The Manchester Select Board unanimously signed off on agreements with the Manchester Rescue Squad Tuesday, July 11th, marking the start of a new era in the squad's history. 3 agreements were actually involved, one governing the Rescue Squad's lease of its space in the town's public safety facility, one on the terms of the dispatch services the squad utilizes, and a third agreement which establishes a new oversight structure known as the Emergency Medical Services Board, which Manchester, along with Dorset, Danby, Mount Tabor, and Winhall, will be part of. The agreement runs for 3 years until July 2020.
A manner that defines what we think is the real costs and what should be the real relationship, so that it can be presented to towns outside of Manchester to determine what their portion should be or contribution should be to the system. This leaves them out.
The voting rights of the towns are apportioned to reflect each town's population. Manchester will have 4 votes on the 9-member board, Dorset will have 2, and the other 3 towns will have 1 vote each. But for any vote to be successful, at least 3 of the 5 towns have to vote for the proposal and represent at least 51% of the votes cast. The Manchester Rescue Squad will retain its own board of trustees as well. Under the agreement, the towns will provide financial support to the Rescue Squad in the form of dues to support the acquisition of new ambulances from time to time, as well as through service fees, which are intended to cover any annual operating deficits. The squad has been struggling for several years to keep its books balanced through fundraising and other municipal support to cover their costs of serving the coverage area, and this agreement is designed to bring more stability to their financial picture.
Well, compliments to everybody that did quantified all of these things, especially among the 5 towns. I'm also highly indebted to the squad. I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for them. So, I move that we authorize the town manager to sign the emergency medical services agreement.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. That's 5-0. And I think we've
Thank you.
we've got these documents ready to pass on and be executed by FRS.
Jim Salzgiver, the treasurer of the Rescue Squad's board, hailed the agreement as a positive step forward to the board, which is also considering a name change, possibly to the Northshire Rescue Squad, to reflect its more regional outlook.
I think this is going to be great for Manchester Rescue Squad to create some additional certainty, but also for all the towns. The response we've had from the towns has been really positive to this idea because, one, in the past we had one-to-one relationships with each town, and now all of the towns understand the whole picture. They understand, where the idea is for them to understand our finances, also to understand how we are financed, and to ensure that, basically each of the towns has the same deal. Where it's based upon population or based upon, the amount of usage of our services, what the financial commitment is. So it's not as if no town can feel like they're getting the bad deal or the great deal. It's essentially, it's a fair deal. It also creates, certainty for the towns that they know hopefully we're going to continue to be there to provide the services. I think we've had a lot of, it's very heartening for the rescue squad. I'm just on the board. I don't do anything over there that really matters. But for the rescue squad people, to get the feedback that, how much they're appreciated in the communities is really positive too.
For the GNet TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.